Hi everybody, welcome to At Home with Gigi. Thanks so much for being here today. I just have a very short and easy couple of DIYs I wanted to show you that I made for my spring tree, and I've been meaning to share it with you, but so much stuff's been going on, just haven't had a chance, but I wanted to share it with you today, so let's get started. Y'all, we're going to be Mod Podging this gorgeous tissue that came from Amazon onto these styrofoam hearts, and these came from the Dollar Tree, and I got about 5 of them during Valentine's Day and just stocked up because I knew I was going to make a spring tree, and I just thought this gorgeous tissue paper would just be perfect on these. And I'm just putting down a good layer of Mod Podge because this styrofoam seemed to just really absorb it, so I put a pretty good amount on there. I'm just going to line up my tissue on top as best I can. I'm just pulling gently on each side to try and get as many wrinkles and air bubbles out from under there as I can. And then I'm just going to smooth over it with my plastic wrap. I made 5 of these, and so this is the best method that I found that works really well. I tried several different ways of adhering this tissue to the heart, and this just seemed to be the one that worked the best. And I'm trying to make sure I stay just on one side of the heart, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. I'm just adding a little more Mod Podge along the sides and there at the very tip. I'm going to make 2 cuts here at the top of the tissue paper, and this is just to help me be able to get the paper to lay down flat against the top of the rounded part of the heart. If you know a better way, drop it down below and let me know. I did 5 of these, and this just seemed to work the best. I'm just very gently tapping down there, just making sure that I don't tear it, and just stretching it very gently. As you can see, 2 sides line up pretty well, but the other side there's a bit of a gap, but you'll see how I fix that in just a moment. I just used one of my scrap pieces of paper and matched it up, and then just used that to patch in that little hole. And guys, if you can see, my finger will get out of the way and you can see it. I think it just matched up really, really well. And then there was Mod Podge already there on the heart, and then I'm just going back over it with more Mod Podge to make sure it stays in place. I'm just tapping and pressing, just making sure that little piece stays in place, and then I let it dry completely, and then I just did the other side. I've already trimmed off most of the excess paper, and now I'm just going around and just trimming as close to where the 2 pieces of paper meet. There's like a seam. It's pretty hard where the Mod Podge is dried, so I'm trying not to cut the paper too close, if that makes any sense, to where it will come loose. And as you can see, I've gotten most of it, and it's pretty close as I can. And then I'm just, because like I said, the paper has gotten hard right there at that seam, so I'm using a little bit of my spray bottle of water, and then more Mod Podge and a little small paintbrush, and I'm just going around the edges and just kind of pushing them down. It's not going to leave the cleanest and best finish that I would want, but I have a fun fix for that. I found these cute little push pins in the office supply section at the Dollar Tree, and I thought they were so adorable, and it looks like a pearl there on top. So I'm just going to use these to cover that seam where the 2 pieces of tissue meet on the heart. It took about 4.5 packets to go all the way around the heart. I didn't realize it was going to take so much. I probably should have spread them out a bit, but I had already started like this, so I just wanted to finish it. So I ended up was only able to do 2 hearts with the push pins, and then I'll show you what I do for the other 3 hearts. So for the other 3 hearts, I used this really pretty white and khaki twine that I picked up from Walmart during the holidays. And I'm just going to use my hot glue and then just run it all the way around the outer edge of the heart. I placed the twine at the top of the heart instead of the bottom, thinking that I was going to add a bow whenever I finished. But y'all, I like the way it looks so much, I never did go back and add a bow. It's going in my spring tree, so I just did not have a problem with the way it looked where the 2 pieces met, but you'll have to tell me what you think. Before I cut the twine, I wrapped a piece of tape around it, and then I cut right in the center of it, and it's just holding that twine very tightly. And then as you can see, I'm just taking a little bit of hot glue and just tapping it down into place where they meet. And I think that's what made it give it such a nice clean finish. As you can see, it's beautiful. And I love how they look in my tree. I think it is just perfect. It's so spring-like. I know it's a heart, it's Valentine's, but I personally feel you can use hearts anytime. And those beautiful little birds and the flowers on there, I think they are just beautiful. Okay, every tree needs a topper, right? Even a spring tree. So I'm just using this little girl's hat from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using some of these foam flowers, and these came from Hobby Lobby last year. And I picked them up when they started putting everything like 60-70% off. And I'm just going to be using some lamb's ear that came from, I believe, Walmart. I'm just going to use hot glue to attach the lamb's ear and my flowers. Now you can put as many or as few flowers on here as you want. I chose to only do 1/2 of the hat because I'm going to add a bow to the other part. And because I'm me and I always think that more is better, I think I ended up adding too much of the green leaves. I might go back and have to remove a couple of those, looking at it from this angle. Not sure yet, but I also went in and added just a couple of these little tiny foam flowers from the Dollar Tree. So I had this bow that I had left over from another project that didn't work out, so I made it a little bit smaller to fit with this hat. And y'all, love this ribbon. It came from Michael's a couple of years ago on clearance. But after I got it on here, I was like, oh, it's just so much cream together. I need a little bit of something else. So I just took some of this ribbon that came from Hobby Lobby and created a little bow to go on top. I just love this ribbon. But to cover up the pipe cleaners, I just took some of these pearls from the Dollar Tree and just popped them right in the center. And I think it's just the perfect little touch, just a little bit of whimsy and sweetness. So do you have a spring tree, or do you keep a tree up longer than the holidays? I have found over the last 3-4 years that I love to keep a skinny tree up. It just adds that warmness and coziness to your home. And isn't this little hat so sweet? It's just adorable. And I think it is just so cute. So what do you think about my spring tree? I think it's just amazing. I love how it just came together. It looks like it's just exploding with a profusion of flowers, which it is. And as you can see, I've tucked in a few little Easter eggs here or there. And of course, those beautiful hearts that we made together. And I had a couple of birds' nests, and I've also tucked those in there as well. I need to try and get some more of those. And of course, those sweet little hats, just the perfect little topper. But I had so much fun creating this and just bringing it together. And I hope you've enjoyed it as well. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I truly appreciate it. If you like my video, please consider leaving me a comment and hitting that like button. It lets YouTube know you're enjoying my content, and it helps me to grow because they will promote my videos, and I sure appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.